Hello there, it's Amy Peters from Beneficial Trust and Will Company, and today I want to talk to you about children's trusts in wills. When making wills for clients, it's often because there are children under the age of 18 who need to be provided for in the event of their parents passing away. And whilst appointing guardians to take care of the children is an essential role, so is that of trustee, who can be appointed by the client to look after their child's financial interests until the child reaches an age of the client's choosing, i.e. 18, 21 or 25 years old, to take full control of those assets themselves. Fairly often, though, clients are not really aware that appointing trustees within their will to look after their children's inheritance is a role with legal obligations, rather than it being something of a gentleman's agreement or kind of a nice thing to tick off the to-do list. And there was a recent case that outlines the consequence of a trustee abusing their position of trust and the consequences they faced as a result. So, a mother called Katherine Hill was convicted last year of fraud by abuse of power, having stolen a £50,000 inheritance from her two daughters. The money was in fact left to the girls by their grandmother in her will, with the provision that it could be accessed when they turned 25 years old, so quite a sensible approach by the grandmother. However, when one of the daughters asked to access her share of the funds early in order to buy a house, it was found that the mother had emptied the bank account to which the £50,000 had been paid. So what were the consequences? Well, the mother was found guilty of this and was subsequently sentenced to 30 months in prison, so quite a sentence. And in fact, her father, who was found to be complicit, was sentenced to a 12-month suspended sentence. And then, following a further proceeds of crime hearing, the mother has now been told that she must repay the monies within 3 months or face another 6 months in prison, whilst her father was ordered to pay £6,000 or face 3 months in prison. So it's another example of not only the importance of making a will, but the extent and the seriousness of the powers of the roles within that. So, this isn't just something to tick off the to-do list, and it is important that those people who are appointed, are trusted contacts of the client or the person who is making the will, because they are going to be handling large sums of money purely for the benefit of other people. So selecting people like executors and trustees carefully is extremely important. If you have any questions about making a will, about a trust or a lasting power of attorney, then do get in touch, and we're always happy to help and to chat things through.